fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil.
I need like another bowl.
I ain't had to die to meet the devil. I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep them fiending. If any try to show you, make sure that you leave them leaking. He said, I'ma hold you down when problems pop up. How you got me moving this dope? Want me in lock up? He said, don't you want the Benz vertical with the top gun? Yeah. Stop, bitch, you get in that kitchen, let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's pop up. I know you know why. You the plug from by the block up. I'll tell you a little secret, make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Brian got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Tripped up Bahamas, Scotty with for his mama. You fucking up them commas, be honest, you seeing decent dope. I hear you, but I just seen Ryan about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good, his knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle, he got stuck up for his bundle. But them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble. He got a house, his mama is living good. He said the feds took it all, he right back in the hood. I see you try to play me, you gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's going to take more than cars wanna amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't face me. I guarantee that you gon' regret it, remember I said it. Nah, you dead it. What you saying, I can't win? Nah, devil, nice try, so until we meet again. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious. But we been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military in armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my fight. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboys life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from our baby spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's tripe, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ash Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando Holden, Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. He said I pray to die every devil.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our fruits and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they rob a link a chick tonight. Praises to the most high, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherit on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through because we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through because we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, I'm starting the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, and it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, practice better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't dead, then we don't dream of light. Reporting live from hell, Homo Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we Israelites. One Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love, their reflection. No matter what the complexion, we got a common connection. A part of God's selection. A shot at the resurrection. Through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite.
All right, shalom, Israel. Israelite School of UPK, start out of 1 West, 125th Street, all in New York. I'm the Commander General Yohana. I'm Natazab, Officer of 500. Today is Tuesday, Brotherhood class. Make sure you like and share the class. And also for attendance, make sure you put your name in state and city. You know what I'm saying, wherever you is for attendance, if you're looking to be a brother and sister in the school. But like I said, today is Tuesday, Brotherhood class, so today's topic is obviously brotherhood. And when I say brotherhood, let me plug this mic up. Slack it. And when I say brotherhood, I'm also talking about sisterhood as well. We know that brotherhood and sisterhood is synonymous. You understand? And we're gonna do a lot of reading today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into Joshua's obedience, because we know Joshua was a brother from, he was an he will be considered a Puerto Rican, and that he was an Ephraimite. And after Moses, he was the one that was in charge. And we're going to see where his obedience, listening to the Lord, got him. You understand? But first, we're going to get a few brotherhood scriptures. You understand? Because being in America, being in this country, you're not taught to love your brothers and your sisters. You understand? You taught to hate them. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got music like the music. Like when you really look at the Black, Hispanic, and Native American music, especially underground music, you understand? Like when you really think about it, it's horrible that we really got music glorifying drug dealing and glorifying really killing each other. Like, man, when I catch you, I'm gonna kill you. I'm saying that's horrible. I'm saying, especially when you look at other nations and you see that they don't have that. You understand? They don't have that. What I'm saying, the oppressor, he got country music. They don't even talk about killing each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell the Chinese got or Arab man got or none of that, but no other nation glorifies killing each other like Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. You understand? But we like that because we haven't been taught by nobody, not even our family members, to love each other. And it seems like it's been getting worse. Every decade it get worse. That's like, for example, like 30 years ago, I'm saying, yeah, about 30 years ago, you was able to, like, you catch a kid in your neighborhood, y'all from the same neighborhood, and you grown, and you see him doing something bad, you was damn near like it was like a unwritten rule that you can whoop that kid and then bring him home and tell his parents what he did. You know what I'm saying? And then when he get home, he gonna get a whooping. You know what I'm saying? Then if you go back 40 years in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? When you was going to school, your teacher was actually able to whoop your behind if you were showing out. But now we in 2021, if you touch somebody kid, you hit somebody kid, man, you first off, you down there, them parents gonna be tripping. You understand? Them parents gonna be tripping. But I'm bringing it up because our community was once so tight that we was allowed to whoop each other's children. You understand? But now in 2021, you better not touch nobody's children. You understand? You better not even try to tell somebody's children not to be doing nothing bad in the neighborhood or in your apartments, because then it's gonna 9 times out of 10 that's gonna escalate into a fight. You know what I'm saying? And why is it like that? Because we don't know how to actually love each other and correct each other. You understand? Like you shouldn't be like it should make you mad that somebody's correcting you or correcting your children, especially if we the same people. You know what I'm saying? But we come to a point where we can never, like, that's why ISUBK is so wrong, because if you have a problem with somebody, you know what I'm saying, in a school, you go to that brother and you go to that brother alone. You understand? You tell him like, hey man, I don't like how you was saying that. You know what I'm saying? I feel offended. I feel like you was joking a little bit too hard, and I feel like it ain't just jokes, it's serious, or whatever the case may be. But you go to that brother alone, and then y'all squash that problem. And if y'all can't squash that problem, then it goes to counsel. You understand? And that's why Malcolm X. That's why the Nation of Islam failed, because they didn't have a culture like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nation of Islam, they try to teach you all about God, and you know what I'm saying, how Farrakhan Muhammad, they teach you all about this man, but they don't have scriptures about how to treat your brother. You understand? That's how you know that Islam is alive. Because in this Bible, we got scriptures on how you supposed to treat your sister and your brother. You understand? And it's some people that they might be telling you Khan Khan, or calling you warrior and telling you good job, but they spirit behind them saying that is not really brotherly. You understand? They spirit behind how they really treating you. They act like it's brotherly, but then when you really look into it, you like, damn, am I tripping, or is this brother on one right now? And you'll see that it's sometimes it's unbrotherly. Not in here, but sometimes it is. You understand? And that's why you supposed to, if you got a problem with a brother, you go to him like, man, I don't like the way you said that. And I'm saying, you try to make it seem like this is my fault. And I'm saying it wasn't my fault, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I need an apology or something. And if that brother don't agree with you, then it goes to council. And then in that council, you know what I'm saying, brothers weigh the matters out, and then they let y'all know what's going to happen, or who was wrong, who needs to apologize to who, and so on and so forth. So y'all can love each other. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all brotherhood won't be broken off something so simple. You understand? And like I said, that's why I brought up Islam, because Islam didn't have that type of order. You understand? They try to teach you about God all day, but then, you know what I'm saying, soon as Malcolm X found out that Elijah Muhammad, or whatever the hell his name is, was having sex with all these different women and throwing them away, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to kill him behind that, because he had all these people following him, and they wanted people to follow Elijah Muhammad. You understand? So Elijah Muhammad ended up having a problem with Malcolm X, and then what happened? Like I said, they didn't have laws, you know what I'm saying, on how to deal with each other. So what ended up happening? Our brother got to lose his life. Malcolm X ended up losing his life in that process, because they don't have laws on how to deal with each other. If y'all have a problem with each other, then y'all just gonna have to squash it out, however whatever you deem necessary to end that problem with that brother. But in the ISUBK and in the Bible, you can't do that. You understand? Even if you feel like a man over you is being unbrotherly, and he got a problem with you, and he want to get you kicked out the school, and you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, this is how you go about handling that situation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to First Peter's 2:17. So we're going to First Peter's 2:17, because because brotherhood is not just saying Khan wa Khan. Brotherhood is not just telling somebody good job, warrior. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is having a certain character. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is having a certain spirit, man. You understand? Brotherhood is about behaving a certain way. You understand? It ain't about just talking. You understand? So we're gonna get into that right quick. We're gonna go to First Peter's 2:17. Where's it at? First Peter 2:17. Let me see. Slack here. First Peter 2:17. Slack here. Because if you don't handle your situations as far as you having a problem with a brother in the school, guess what? We gonna end up just like the Christian church. We gonna end up just like the Muslim mosques, where and there, if you got a problem with your brother, you do whatever you feel is necessary. You understand, to eliminate that problem. So this is First Peter chapter 2 verse 17. It said, "Honor all men." What does it mean to honor all men? We know that the Bible is a history book and a book about a certain people. So we know it's not talking about you honoring the white man or honoring Asians or Africans. It's talking about, when they say honor all men, it's talking about you honoring your brothers, you honoring your sisters. You know what I'm saying? Say honor all men, love the brotherhood. You see that? It say love the brotherhood. How do you love the brotherhood? I'm saying, first off, if you want to get that answer, we gotta understand what is love according to the Bible. You understand what is love according to the Bible? You rock a bar, y'all bashima shabakata. I'm saying, good looking to tuning in. Shamyar. You know what I'm saying, Shalom Lord Christ, y'all bashima. Good seeing you, brother. You know what I'm saying, what is love according to the Bible, man? You understand? Love according to the Bible is keeping the Lord's commandments. That's in 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. You understand? But this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. So how do you love the brotherhood? By keeping the commandments. That's how you love the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Because we got commandments on how to deal with your brother and how to love your brother. You understand? We got commandments on how to do that. We got statutes and judgments for you disobeying that. You understand? So it's like honor all men, love the brotherhood. You love the brotherhood by keeping the commandment. What's a commandment? That you should love your brother with all your heart. You understand? That's a commandment. You should love your brother how you love yourself. Those are commandments. You know what I'm saying? What did Christ say? Christ said, "It's a new commandment I've given to you, that you love one another as I have loved you." You understand? Why is Christ saying that's a new commandment? He's saying it's a new commandment because brothers don't keep that commandment. At the time of Christ, brothers weren't keeping that commandment. They was killing each other just like how we killing each other now. You know why? Because we're not taught how to properly love each other. You understand? That's why it's so important to come in here into the ISUK and be that brother who's like, man, I don't know nothing. You understand? You got to come in here as a baby. You understand? And then relearn, because you will come in here thinking that you're learning something, and then as soon as you got a problem with a brother, next thing you know, you want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? You will come here and think you know everything, and you know all these breakdowns, and then you have a problem with a brother, and then you go talk behind his back. You know why? Because you're still unlearned. You came in here with the same spirit that you had in the world, where that was common, where that was allowed. You understand? And you didn't come in here as a baby not knowing anything. So you don't know how to deal with your brother or how to handle certain situations. You understand? So your whole character and your spirit, you understand, your whole how you behave is just totally off. That's why you gotta relearn, man. You understand? You gotta get taught how to love your brother. You understand? Because I know in the world that I came from, I thought I knew what brotherhood was. You understand? Having my partner's back. You know what I'm saying? When we get into a fight, and you know what I'm saying, and, you know what I'm saying, just you know what I'm saying, not sleeping with they women, and because we all had a common interest in smoking weed together. I thought that was brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? But then you find out that's not brotherhood. You understand? Real brotherhood is loving your brother like you love yourself. Treat your brother how you want to be treated. You understand? And look, you want to be treated good. You want everybody to treat you good. And that's how you're supposed to treat your brother, even in situations where you feel like he don't deserve to be treated like that. You understand? Because you know why? Because that's how Christ would have treated us if he was here. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Most High requires from us. You understand? Because like I said, if we don't observe what the Lord said and act how the Lord act and behave how the Lord behave, then guess what? We're gonna end up like Malcolm X, brothers killing each other. We're gonna end up like the Christian church. You understand? Brothers killing each other, sleeping with each other's ribs, and You understand? Doing all type of evil, man. That's how we end up. And that's why it's so important to observe these laws and implement them in our society. You understand? Because this is loving each other is the beginning of building a nation. You understand? You can't build a nation if y'all don't love each other. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's go to Amos right quick. Let's go to Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Because that's the beginning of building a nation, man. You have to love your brother. You and your brother have to love each other. That's the beginning. You understand? So, lock it. Let me get Amos right quick. Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Amos chapter 3, verse 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? I'm saying, it said, can two walk together and except they be agreed? You understand? Can two brothers walk together? Can two sisters walk together unless they be agreed? You understand? Absolutely. In order for two people to walk together, you know what I'm saying, they got to be in agreements about something. You know what I'm saying? In order for two brothers to walk together and want to build a nation, they have to be on the same page. You understand? They have to believe the same thing. You understand? They have to have the same code of conduct. Because if they don't, this person two can't walk together if they don't. Because guess what? This person gonna go his way, and this person gonna go his way. You understand? That's why we have to be on one accord. That's why we say one body, one faith, one everything is one. You understand? And then and then this is another thing. And we're gonna get into that too in a second. You can't look at yourself as a this is one of the reasons why we don't have brotherhood too. We look at ourselves instead of looking at ourselves as being a part of a nation and conducting ourselves as being in a nation, you understand, and taking you out of it, you understand? We Yeah, because look, that's what I'm trying to say. Individualism destroys nations, man. You trying to be a one individual, it destroys nations. It will destroy your nation. You understand? And that's why I go back to what I was saying. You got to treat your brother how you want to be treated. Because if you don't treat your brother how you want to be treated, you understand, and you treat him like he's not your brother, or you treat him like, you know what I'm saying, it's not your family, then guess what? That can affect your brother in the long run. I just brought up Malcolm X. He was a part of the Nation of Islam, but they all was on the same. They believed all in the same thing. They was rocking together, and then this brother had a disagreement with this brother, and then next thing you know, he came up dead. You know why? Because they didn't value his life anymore. You know what I'm saying? And why didn't they value his life? Because they don't know how to actually love their brothers. You understand? Like how we teach in our IGBK. And that's why it's so important. But what the scripture say? It said, can two walk together unless they, it's like it said, can two walk together except they be agreed? Can two walk together except they be agreed? You know what I'm saying? You have to agree with that person. You know what I'm saying? On how to build a nation, you know what I'm saying, on how it should be built. You and that person have to be in agreement. But if y'all cannot be in agreement, then he's gonna go his way and he's gonna go his way. You understand? But when it comes to building a nation, you understand, it's important for us to keep the laws of God about how to be a brother and a sister to each other. You understand? So we can be on the same page. So we can be on one accord. So we can have one faith, one baptism, one body. So we can be like that. Because if we not, then everybody's gonna look at themselves as an individual. And being an individualism kills building a nation. You understand? But two can't walk together unless they be agreed. So we have to be in agreement with each other in order for us to walk together and actually build. You understand what I'm saying? That's very important. But then we're gonna drop that. We're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. I'm saying you ain't supposed to hate your brother in your heart, man. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and suffer sin upon him. But I'm gonna read that from the top again. It said, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Why shouldn't you hate your brother in your heart? You understand? Why? Why shouldn't you hate your brother in your heart? Look, you shouldn't hate your brother in your heart because first off, what is your heart according to the Bible? Your heart, according to the Bible, is your mind. That's why we say, "Oh man, hey, look, I can remember that by heart." We say like stuff like that because it's talking about your mind. I'm saying you gotta love your brother. Let's say I'm gonna read it again. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. You should not hate your brother in your heart. Because look, if you hate your brother in your heart, if you hate your brother in your mind, you understand? You seeing him every day, and you just be like, man, oh, I hate this nigga. Man, oh, I hate this nigga. Man, this nigga don't mind. Man, I hate this nigga. Eventually, you gonna act on that. It ain't gonna just be a thought. Eventually, you understand? It's eventually that's gonna stop being a thought, and you gonna act on it. And then guess what's gonna happen? Two brothers gonna lose their lives. You gonna kill him, and you gonna and he. I mean, yeah, you gonna kill him, and then you gonna go to jail. You understand? Then next thing you know, two black families destroyed. You understand? That's why it's so important to understand that what you do can affect a whole nation. You understand? You should stop looking at yourself as an individual. The things that you do can affect a whole nation. You understand? That's very important. But what did the scripture say? Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. You ain't supposed to hate your brother in your mind, man. You understand? It's bad enough that we got all these other nations against us, and now we got to be against each other. You should not hate your brother in your heart, because guess what? If you hate your brother in your heart, eventually you gonna act on that. You know what I'm saying? If you hate your brother in the heart and your heart, eventually you ain't gonna treat him how you want to be treated and how you should be treated. You understand? You're gonna treat him like an outsider. You're gonna treat him like a Gentile. You understand? And you know we don't give a damn about them. That's what's that's gonna end up. That's gonna happen. You understand? And that's why it's so important to love your neighbor as you love yourself, and not hate him in your mind, man. Because you eventually gonna act on that, man, and it's all gonna end up in a bad situation. It said, "Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and nor I mean it's like it, and not suffer sin upon him." And don't rebuke your neighbor. You understand? Don't rebuke your neighbor and be like, you know what, f this nigga. You know what I'm saying? To hell with this nigga, or f this B. You know what I'm saying? This sister, or whatever the case may be. You shouldn't do that in your heart, because eventually, if you think that, like I said, if you think about hating this brother so much, eventually you gonna actually do something to this brother. You are gonna do something that's very unbrotherly. You understand? It said, what it say? Rebuke thy neighbor, nor suffer sin upon him. You know what I'm saying? Don't suffer sin upon him, meaning that don't get into it with this brother and think that handling the situation is actually going hand in hand combat with this brother, or shooting at each other, and stuff like that. And like I said, that's why the black community is the way it is, because we don't know that in our book that we got laws on how to deal with each other. You understand? We got laws saying that we should love each other and not hate each other. We got laws saying that we should be in agreement with each other. You know what I'm saying? For the benefit of our nation. Because if we kill each other and we hate each other, you know what I'm saying, we stay on the same block, then guess what? We gonna teach our children to hate each other. Hey man, look at he nigga he from 104th, you know what I'm saying? But we stay on 104th and 105th. They stay on 104th and 103rd. And we ain't dealing with that family. He parked in my parking space, and you understand, and I be telling that dude to stop parking in my parking space. You know what I'm saying? So we had a verbal agreement. We don't agree with each other. So when next time I see that nigga, he parked in my parking space, I'm gonna do something to his car. You know what I'm saying? Just little simple stuff like that. Cause look, it's all starting in your mind. You hating this nigga, like, oh, I hate this nigga. He always parked in my to where now he parked in your parking space, or you feel like he trespassed against you. So now you want to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? And the next you know, he want to do something about it. The next you know, it just never stops. You know what I'm saying? That's why this side of the neighborhood beef with this side of the neighborhood, and this clique beef with this clique, because y'all did something to them. You know what I'm saying? So they be like, man, I got to do something back. And then they do something to y'all, and the next thing you know, somebody died behind it, and then y'all like, okay, well, we can never squash the beef now. I got people who died behind this. I can't never squash this. You understand? That's why we got beefs like that. But guess what? We turn around and we squash everything the white man did, though. We turn around, we squash every single thing that man ever did to us. You understand? We squashed him putting drugs into our community. You know what I'm saying? We squashed him making us Christians. You know what I'm saying? Every beef that this white man didn't have with us, and mind you, we never did nothing to him. You understand? We never did nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? We squashed all that beef. But your brother can barely do something to you, and then you will hate him with all your might. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to the grave with that hate. Like, man, no, it's up with the niggas on that side of town. I mean, we can never be cool. You understand? But we got laws against that. You understand? And say, let me see. Oh, yeah, we gonna drop that. On the slack, I'm gonna read verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Like I said, you shouldn't avenge. Like y'all have a disagreement. The next you know, somebody from your neighborhood come up dead, and y'all like, man, we gotta go back and you know what I'm saying, it's up with them niggas. I ain't never cool with them niggas. This war never end because he killed my partner, and then you'll kill his partner, and then y'all still ain't. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, it's cool now. Or nothing. Y'all like, nigga, it's gonna be like that. Next thing you know, these niggas from the same street, you understand, but different sides of the street, they killing each other every day. Now it's whole families involved, it's cousins involved, generations involved. You know what I'm saying? All behind somebody having a disagreement with each other, and them not knowing how to come to each other like a man. Like it's masculine for you to come at a brother and be like, hey man, can I put you to the side right quick? Hey man, I feel like when you did that, man, you disrespected me. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be, however you want to word it. But respectfully tell that brother, like, man, I'm offended. You understand? And then you coming at that brother like that, he might just be like, damn, man, hey, man, on some real stuff, bro, I don't even want no problems with you, bro. I didn't mean to offend you. You know what I'm saying? I respect how you came into me like a man, bro, instead of just talking behind my back and be like, yeah, that nigga a bitch, man. When I me slack it, that nigga, then when I catch him, nigga, I'm going to do something. I'm going to rob him. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming to me like a man. I didn't have to hear it from word of mouth or through the grapevine that you don't like me because I never knew I offended you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So now that I know I offended you, you know what I'm saying? I apologize, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? You teaching that brother how to go about a situation. All because you came to him and told him. Now you teaching that brother how to deal with situations. If he get into it with somebody or he feel like somebody offended him, now you teaching him how to deal with the situation. You understand? Each one teach one. That's how you go about doing that. Because if you don't, this is how the situation gonna get handled. You're not gonna go to that man and tell him you got a problem with him. So guess what? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna keep that in your mind. What the scripture say? You shall not hate your brother in your mind. I mean, what it say? Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. You shouldn't hate your brother in your heart. But being that you afraid to go to him, or you never had an example like that, or you don't look like that as being manly because you're feminine, because the Christian church, and this is how you always been taught how to deal with a situation, keep it in your mind. You know what I'm saying? To where eventually you're going to act on that. Like, man, no, hell no. Oh, y'all cool with that nigga? Bro, I ain't cool with that nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? I told that nigga about parking in my parking space. He parked in my parking space, nigga. So then me and that nigga ain't cool no more, bro. Because I already told that nigga, so he think I'm a bitch or something. I mean, slack it for cussing. You know what I'm saying? He think I'm a coward. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm about to prove him. I'm gonna show him I ain't no coward. You know what I'm saying? So instead of going to him, you didn't told everybody in the neighborhood. You understand? So then, guess what? They're gonna turn around. Hey man, look at. We was gonna try. We wanted you to come over, but dude said he tripping on you. That nigga said you know what I'm saying, he parked in his parking space, and you know what I'm saying, he already told you before, and you think he a sucker or something. He said he tripping on you. He said when he see you, nigga, it's up. And then the dude gonna be like, nigga, what? Man, I didn't know. He told me. I forgot all about that. Bro. I don't even know that dude. I have not got no problems with that dude. Bro. I've been coming over here for 20 years, bro. I don't even know that dude. He said he tripping like that. All right, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he didn't want to go get a gun and he shot at you, nigga. Or y'all, and then next thing you know, whole family's involved. All because we don't know how to deal with each other, man. Over some, you see how retarded that is, but it's crazy because this is how a lot of the wars is going on in our communities and barrios. You understand? And projects, it's all these wars going on behind something stupid, something trivial. You understand? All because brothers didn't know how to deal with each other, man. You understand? And now you got 100 brothers in prison. You got 100 brothers dead. You understand? You got a lot of people caught up in the midst of y'all gang war that died that never had anything to do with it. And then it's just families destroyed every day. Families destroyed every day. Families destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's why we gotta keep these simple laws, man, and teach brothers and be an example and show brothers. You know what I'm saying? How to treat each other, especially if they got a problem with each other. You understand? That's important. We gonna drop that, and we gonna get Romans 12 and 10. Romans chapter 12 verse 10. Romans chapter 12 verse 10. Romans chapter 12 verse 10. It said, "Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, and honor, preferring one another." You see that? It said, "Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love." What does it mean to be affection? I'm saying, let's look up the definition of affection so we can get a better understanding of what we read. You understand? Affection. Let me look that up right quick. See, affection. Okay, affection. Slovakia. Definition. Affection. Readily feeling or showing fondness, tenderness, loving, devoted, caring, tender, warm. You know what I'm saying? That's what it means to be affectionate or affection. So let's read this again. It's Romans 12 and 10. It said, "Be kindly affection." You know what I'm saying? Meaning be loving. You know what I'm saying? Be devoted, be caring. You understand? To your brother. Be kindly affection one to another with brotherly love. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what we gotta do in here, man. We gotta be kindly affection to each other and to our sisters and vice versa with brotherly love and sisterly love. And how do you do that? By keeping the laws that's revolving around how to deal with each other if we have a problem with each other. You understand? Or we don't like each other, or whatever the case may be. You understand? That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you show that you actually love that part. Like I say every class, love is an action word. It's something that you have to prove and show. You can't just say, "Man, I love my brother." You understand? But then you turn around and try to sleep with his woman. You can't say, "I love my brother," but then you turn around and, you know what I'm saying, rob him when he at work. You know what I'm saying? They don't work like that. You understand? This is, you gotta prove and you gotta show that. You understand? How do you show that? You know what I'm saying? By being an example. Even if that brother hates you, even if that brother got a problem with you, you have to be the example. Because like I said, when you become the example and you do that, then you showing that brother how to deal with situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I brought up earlier, if you got a problem with a brother, instead of being like, "Man, yo, that nigga fake. I ain't got a problem with that nigga." You know what I'm saying? You come to him and be like, "Hey man, look, the way you be doing stuff, bro, man, I don't like the way I feel like you be giving me, or you don't want to take my orders." You know what I'm saying? Because you don't like me for whatever reason. If you come at him like that, or just whatever the case may be, then you would show you. He like he might not even know that you even got a problem with him. He gonna be like, "Damn, bro, for real, I won't even try to get at you. I don't even know." You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you came and told me though, bro, instead of me having to hear it through the grapevine. Because if you hear stuff through the grapevine that another brother got even in the world or anywhere you at, if you hear through the grapevine that somebody tripping on you or got a problem with you, in your head, you gonna be like, "That nigga, what? I wasn't even worried about that nigga." "Oh yeah, for sure." "Oh, he said what? He gonna do what?" "Oh yep." When I see him, it's like that. You know what I'm saying? And then people dying. But if we do this, be kindly affection one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one to another. You know what I'm saying? But if we love each other and we treat each other like how we want to be treated, know what I'm saying, with brotherly love, man, that'll kill any cancerous, malignant disease that's trying to grow in here. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to grow over our brotherhood and tear it apart. You understand? Because hating your brother, that's like cancer. Hating your sister, man, that's cancer. Hating your family, hating your nation of people, that's like having cancer, man. You know what I'm saying? It's something that needs to be violently cut out. You understand, from among us. You understand? Because that's something that's prohibiting us and stopping us from growing. You understand? So man, yeah, we're gonna drop that though, and we're gonna get let's get Malachi chapter 2 verse 10. Malachi Malachi chapter 2 verse 10. Malachi chapter 2 verse 10. It say, have we not all one Father? Have not one God created us? Why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother? I'm saying, do not we all got one Father? Is not the Most High our Father? Did not the Most High create us? You understand? If the Most High is our Father and the Most High created Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, you understand? Why do we hate each other, man? You understand? I'm gonna read it again. It said, why do we deal treacherously every man against his brother by profaning the covenant of our fathers? I'm saying, why do Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians treat each other? You understand? Like they enemies. You know what I'm saying? That we all got the same Father, the same God created us. You understand? With the purpose of loving you, with the purpose of loving each other. You understand? With the purpose of protecting each other. You understand? Why do we deal treacherously with each other? You understand? You know why we deal treacherously with each other? Because in America, haven't been taught to love each other. The America has been teaching you how to be an individual. America has been teaching you how to stay separate from each other. America been teaching you about colorism. You understand? America been teaching you that, hey man, you from this block, I'm from this block. We don't really deal with each other. It ain't no problems, but you know what I'm saying? Don't come over here. I ain't gonna come over here. It teach you how to be aggressive with each other. It teach you that America teach you that, man. If you light skin, they like you more than me. I'm dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? You got a better chance in life than me. You know what I'm saying? So for that reason, I hate you. You know what I'm saying? You a house nigga. I'm a field nigga. That's what America teach you. Everything that you've been taught in America has always, you know what I'm saying, at its root been really teaching you how to hate your brother and your sister. Because they know that with you hating your brother and your sister and you looking at yourself as an individual, you understand? That's how you keep your nation destroyed. That's how you keep black people from being productive. You understand? Why you think we had Black Wall Street? You understand? We was able to build Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was Black and Native American Indians, man. You know what I'm saying? Hispanics. You know why we was able to build Tulsa, Oklahoma? You understand? When America was in the Great Depression, when they was poor, when they didn't have no money, they couldn't find a job. Jobs wasn't even giving you no money. You know how we was able to succeed and flourish. You see, it used to take $1 during Black Wall Street. It took $1 1 year just to leave the black community and touch another nation's hands. It took a year. Now it only takes 15 seconds, man. You understand? You know why? Because these other nations, they was able to capitalize off of us hating each other. You understand? Okay, so if this block hate this block, they ain't gonna give a damn about me moving to their community and selling them chicken. I came all the way here from India somewhere. If this people hate, if this nation, I mean, if this nation of people hate each other, they not gonna give a damn about me moving to they neighborhood and putting up a tobacco store and help killing them. They already hate each other. They're not gonna care about me moving into their community and selling them dunk. Like this the problem. Like these other nations, they capitalize off us hating us so bad. By us hating each other, by Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians hating each other, we put these other nations. We make these other nations rich. We put they children through the best schools in America. You understand? We give them the best life possible, all because we hate each other. You know what I'm saying? They know about us hating each other. They can move in our neighborhood and open up a Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I'm saying? They can move in the black community and open up a Dunkin' Donuts, and then guess what? You know what I'm saying? You gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts every single day. Next thing you know, you got high blood pressure. You understand? But from eating Dunkin' Donuts, and then with that same money that you've been giving Dunkin' Donuts, he taking that money and sending his son or his daughter to Harvard to be a doctor. You know what I'm saying? And then you go see the doctor because you got high blood pressure from eating Dunkin' Donuts, and his damn daughter and son is your doctor. You understand? These other nations completely benefit off us hating each other, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're supposed to love each other with brotherly love and keep that brotherly love and love the brotherhood and love the sisterhood. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, other nations will benefit off of that. You understand? They will benefit off of that. Because guess what? If we didn't hate each other and we showed that, you understand, we was an example of not hating each other, we would be able to make a Black Wall Street again. You know what I'm saying? We will be able to make Rosewood, Florida. We'll be able to make Little Rock, Arkansas. We'll be able to make East St. Louis, Chicago. We'll be able to make that over again. And guess what? No community will be allowed to come sell us anything, especially anything that's unlawful. You understand? Like porn magazines and tobacco and liquor stores and you understand and old chicken and old food. They wouldn't be able to do that because they know we love each other enough that we would not go to your store and spend money because my brother got a store like that. We love each other enough that you know what I'm saying we ain't gonna come and buy your tobacco products because we know it say cause cancer. You understand? We ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we ain't gonna accept the drugs that you bring into our community. You understand? Because we thriving as a community. We don't need to accept your drugs. You understand? That's gonna affect my people. I ain't doing it. But when they see that we hate each other and we separated and we looking at each other as individuals, they are able to come in and do whatever it is that they want. You understand? They're able to come in and do whatever it is that they want to us, man. Because we don't have a nation. You know what I'm saying? We don't have brotherhood here. You understand? All right. So let's go to I'm gonna go to First Peter's right quick, and then we're gonna get into Joshua. I think I already read it. Let's see, I read it already. Okay, let's go to First Peter's chapter 2, verse 17. First Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Let me see. Oh yeah. First Peter chapter 2, verse 17. Honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the king. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to honor all men. What men is this talking about? Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Honor your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Honor your sisters. You understand? Love the brotherhood. And on top of that, by you honoring your brothers and your sisters and respecting them, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna love the brotherhood that y'all have. You're gonna love the camaraderie that y'all have. You're gonna love the examples that your kids have. You know what I'm saying? With y'all loving each other and teaching this to y'all children and y'all wives and y'all cousins. You understand? You're gonna love the brotherhood for that. I know in ISBK, we love the brotherhood in here. Literally. Like I say all the time, like you can go to Passover and step on somebody's shoe and the brother gonna apologize to you 100 times like he stepped on your shoe. Or where in the world, if you step on a brother's shoe at any event, you know what I'm saying? If he don't just sock you right then and there, he gonna hate his brother in his heart, in his mind. He gonna hate his brother in his heart. And after that club, he gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? Instead of coming to you to the club like, hey man, brother, you stepped on my shoe, but I don't know if you know what I'm saying, you tripping or you know what I'm saying? But and the brother gonna be like, oh no, bro, I ain't stepping on your shoe on purpose, but we good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, if I stepped in and shoot my bad, bro, I didn't even notice, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? In the world though, they don't do that. In the world, they're gonna be like, oh, this nigga stepped on my shoe. He think I'm a hoe. I'm gonna kill him after the club. You know what I'm saying? That's why in here we actually love the brotherhood. And what did Christ say? He said, love your brother as I have loved you. He said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, by this shall all men know that you are my disciples. Like you know that brothers in ISUBK is Christ's disciples because you see the amount of brotherhood, sisterhood that we have in here. Even towards brothers that's not in the school. You understand? Because guess what? We want to be the example on top of brotherhood our nation should have. You understand? And on top of that, we not looking at each other as individuals. We do this to build a nation. You understand? And it said, fear God, honor the king. And then on top of that, you gotta fear God. You know what I'm saying? If you fear God, what does scripture say? It said, through terrors of the Lord, we persuade men. Meaning that you're supposed to know that the Lord is a terrible power. He'll put you to death for hating your brother. You understand? The Lord, he'll do something to you, you understand, to where you like, man, what did this happen to me for? Because you hated your brother, man. He'll do something horrible to you. You understand? That's why I say through terrors of the Lord, we persuade men. You're supposed to know that the Lord is a terrible power, and not supposed to convince you to not do nothing unlawful. It's not supposed to convince you to love your brothers and your sisters. I'm saying that your family, your wife, and your children. That's what it's supposed to do because you're supposed to know that the Lord will punish you for not. You understand? He will punish you. And you know why? Why is he gonna punish you? To get the evil out of Israel. You understand? He gonna violently cut you off to get the evil out of Israel. Because guess what? If we if I'm gonna save that when we going through Joshua. This verse 18. Servants, be subjected to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. It says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear. So when Christians read this, or brothers and sisters that don't know the Bible who want to reject the Bible, they'll pull this scripture. They'll say that, the Bible say, I'm saying, what they say, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear. So they'll see that, be like, man, the Bible said that you're supposed to fear your masters. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, man, the white man was our masters. The Bible said we supposed to fear him. But they not knowing this is definitely not talking about slaves. This is definitely not talking about people that oppress people. That's not what it's talking about. Even though it says master. I'm gonna read it again. It says, servants, be subject to your master with all fear. This is talking about a rank. This is talking about a rank order. It's talking about order. You understand? And in ISUPK, we have ranks. That's what it's talking about. We got General Yohana, you know what I'm saying, who a general, 13th, what is it, a six-year general or something like that. He's the top general. Then you got the other generals, General Muhammad, General Q, General Hazayan, General Makiala. You understand? And then under that, you got captains. And then under the captains, you got officers of 5,000, officers of 1,000, officers of 500, officers of 50. You know what I'm saying? To the troopers. Then the troopers, you got young men, then the women and children. It's an order. So what did it say? It says, servants, be subject to your masters with all fear. You know what I'm saying, meaning you're supposed to be subjugated to the brothers that's over you. If it's a brother that's over you, you're supposed to be subjugated to him. You understand? Like, meaning that if he tell you to do something, it's lawful. You should never obey an unlawful order. But if a brother tell you to do something, and he's over you and it's lawful, you're supposed to do that. You understand? With all fear, meaning like you're supposed to not actually fear him, but do it like the Lord told you, man. And do it as if you don't listen to the Lord, you will be punished. You understand? That's what you're supposed to do. It say, not only to the good and gentle, and don't only listen to the brothers that's over you, that's good to you and treat you good and that's gentle. You understand? That's hella nice to you and really ain't gonna check you like that. Don't only do it to them brothers. It said, but also to the froward. You know what I'm saying? But also to the brothers that's almost like difficult to deal with. If he's over you, you know what I'm saying, or you over him, you know what I'm saying, obey that order. You know what I'm saying? Give that order, even though he's a little rough. You know what I'm saying? Obey that order, man. That's what the Bible says. So even though if it's a brother over you and you understand, you feel like he's being unbrotherly because he's always telling you to do something, or you feel like his spirit behind it is unbrotherly. Guess what? Obey that order, man. If it's lawful, obey that order. You understand? Obey that order because it ain't gonna hurt you, man. It ain't gonna hurt you. And then what you do is when you get rank over somebody, you understand? You teach them how to be just like you. Because guess what? David did it. That's what David did. King David didn't say, man, this nigga Saul got me messed up. Man, this nigga's an evil nigga. You know what I'm saying? This nigga didn't try to kill me twice. This is an evil nigga. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? David didn't do that. David was like, you know what? I know Saul hate me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to obey him. I'm still going to obey what Saul said. I know Saul want me down there to get murdered. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I'm still going to obey him because he's over me, man. And the Lord appointed him to be over me. You understand? And that's why David was a great example. And that's the type of example that we was. You know why great David was a great example? You understand? Because he proved that he loved the brotherhood. You understand? He proved that he loved the brotherhood by listening to Saul after he already knew that Saul hated him. After he knew that Saul wanted him dead. You understand? All because of some females, man. Some females made a song saying David Saul killed 1,000, but David killed 10,000. And Saul's the king at this time. He like, what the hell? They making this nigga song like, man, oh y'all got me messed. This nigga David got me messed up. You understand? Hey, this nigga David trying to take my place. This nigga trying to be king. They made a song saying he killed 10,000. I only killed 1,000. Man, these bees, man, these sisters got me messed up. David got me messed up. Everybody got me. I hate this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I hate this nigga because I know everybody look at him as he's better than me. I hate this nigga. He ain't better than me. You know what I'm saying? That's don't you should never have the spirit like Saul had. But you should have the spirit, you should have a spirit like David had. David knew all that. He knew Saul wanted to kill him. Saul tried to kill him twice. He knew that Saul hated him, and guess what? He still told Saul, Khan Wakan. Khan Wakan. Because guess what? Well, if a brother's that evil, the Lord ain't gonna have him over you for too long. You understand? Or he ain't gonna be over you for too long either. And that's why brothers got the rank that they have in here, and they're able to get far up in rank because the Lord allowed it. You understand? Not the brothers that raised them up, but the Lord allowed it. The Lord wanted it like that. You understand? Yeah, but that's what it say. It say, servants, be subjected to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward. You don't obey. Don't just only obey the nigga orders that's nice to you, but obey the niggas orders that's mean to you too. You understand? Obey the niggas order that you think that don't like you too. You understand? That's what you do as a brother, because what's more important is building brotherhood. Not that this brother got demons on him, but what's more important is you being a brother that you're supposed to be, because it's brothers behind you that you need to be an example for. It's brothers over you that they want to see how far you came from the world. You understand? That's what's important right there. And so we're gonna drop that though, and we're gonna go to Joshua. You know what I'm saying, we're gonna get into the story of Joshua. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do a quick recap right quick. You know what I'm saying? This is about the brother Joshua. You know what I'm saying? And this is about being obedient, like the last scripture we just read. You know what I'm saying? It says servants be subjected to your masters. You know what I'm saying? That's being obedient to the brothers that's over you, man. You understand? You're supposed to be obedient to the brothers that's over you. Your wives and children are supposed to be obedient to you. You understand? The brothers that's over you supposed to be obedient to God. So we're gonna see how far obedience gets you, and we also gonna see where disobedience gets you. You understand? Because when you disobedient, you unbrotherly. When you obedient, you're brotherly. You understand? So we can go to Joshua 6:1. We can go to Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. Yep, Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. Let's get it. Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. Now, okay, so just a quick breakdown right quick. You know what I'm saying? Joshua was an Ephraimite. You understand? Today he will be considered a Puerto Rican, like Captain Kazazai. You know what I'm saying? Any other brother that's Puerto Rican. That's what Joshua was. And after Moses died or whatnot, Joshua became the brother that was running things. You know what I'm saying? Joshua became the brother that was over everybody. You understand? So we're gonna go Joshua chapter 6, verse 1. And it said, now Jericho was straitly shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in. You know what I'm saying? So we crossed over to Jordan and we took Jericho. You understand? We had Jericho under siege. Nobody was able to go leave Jericho, you know what I'm saying, or come in. You understand? We was there posted. We took it completely. It said, and the Lord said unto Joshua, see, I have given into thine hand Jericho, and the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord told Joshua, look, man, I gave you Jericho. I gave you Jericho, man. You understand? And guess what? This Jericho gonna be yours. And what it say? And the king thereof, and the king, and the mighty men of valor. Verse 3. And yeah, it's like, and ye shall compass the city, all ye men of war and go round about the city once. Shall like it round the city once. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. So he's giving him, the Lord is telling Joshua what to do. Let me say he said, okay, look at, so this is what's gonna happen. Y'all at Jericho. Y'all need to circle Jericho, right? Y'all need to circle. And he said, all ye men of war, go round about the city once. Thus shall do six. Thus shalt thou do 6 days. So he said, go around the city once, and y'all gonna do this every day for 6 days. You understand? Y'all gonna circle around this city and go around, and y'all gonna stay around the city for 6 days, right? And he said, and 7 priests shall bear the ark. Slacking. 7 priests shall bear the ark, 7 trumpets of ram's horn. I'm saying, he said 7 trumpets of ram's horn. This is ram horn right here. I'm saying this is what they had. 7 priests had 7 trumpets of ram horn. You understand? And it said, in 7 days ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow the trumpets. And he said, look, y'all gonna compass the city, like y'all gonna surround this city for 7 days. You understand? And he said, 7 days ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow the trumpets. He said, y'all gonna compass the city 7 days, 7 times, and the priest gonna blow the trumpets each day. He said, and it shall come to pass that when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up every man straight before him. So he said, after y'all circle this city in Jericho for 7 days, you know what I'm saying, marching around this city, you understand, and these priests blow this horn, they're gonna blow this ram's horn for a long time. And when they blow that ram's horn, after they get done, all y'all shout at one time. I don't know exactly what they shouted. They might have shouted Kwame Ashala or what. But he said all y'all gonna shout at one time on the 7th day. And he said when y'all shout all at one time, the walls of Jericho is gonna come tumbling down. And when that wall come tumbling down, y'all supposed to siege this city and take this city. You understand? And he said, and Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horn before the ark of the Lord. So Joshua started doing what the Lord told him to do. You know what I'm saying? And he said, let me see. Okay, so now we're gonna drop down because they just get into them doing this for 7 days. So now we're gonna drop down to 15. It said, and it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day, and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they came compassed. It's like only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. Uh-huh. And said, and it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priest blew the trumpet, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for the Lord hath given you the city. So on the 7th day, you understand, when they compassed the city, you know what I'm saying, they blew the trumpets. And right after they blew the trumpets, Joshua said, shout. Everybody shout, because the Lord finna give y'all this city. The Lord gave this city to y'all. Shout. And then when they shout, let's see what happened. And it said, uh, verse 17, and the city shall be let me say, and the city shall be accursed, even it, and all that are therein, to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. So it said that only Rahab shall live, and the messengers that's with her, because what, with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. You know what I'm saying? So Rahab was a harlot. You know what I'm saying? She was, but she got, the only reason why she's getting saved, because they're gonna kill everybody in the city. Rahab is she a sister? I mean, not a sister, but she a harlot. I think, matter of fact, I think she is a sister, Salakia. But they're not gonna put her to death because they sent messengers to see how big the city was and how many men it was going to war and what type of city it was. If they sent messengers to see if they can take this city or not. You understand? Then I think the brothers, if I'm not mistaken, the men of that city in Jericho, they heard word that it was messengers in that city trying to spy on them. And then this sister Rahab, she hid the messengers in her house. You understand? At the top of her house, she hid the messengers so they didn't find them. You understand? And they told her that, man, look it, we not gonna kill you when we take this city. we gonna spare you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna kill you because you kept your word and you hid us from danger because we was spying on this country. Because we gonna take this country and we gonna save you alive. You know what I'm saying? It said, because she hid the messengers that we sent. So they said, because she hid these messengers, man, don't kill her. It said, and ye in any wise keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves a curse. When ye take of the accursed thing and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. Verse 19. But all the silver and the gold and the vessels of brass and iron are consecrated unto the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord. So the Lord said, look it, don't take nothing from this city. You know what I'm saying? Don't take nothing. If I tell you, look, only take what I told you to take. If you take anything else that I didn't tell you to take, it's gonna be a cursed thing. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring that among our people, bring that among the Israelites, whoever that this person may be, then we gonna be accursed. You know what I'm saying? For not listening to the Lord, not being obedient. All right. And it said, verse 20. So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpet, and it came to pass when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city. So you see that? So they did everything the Lord said to do. It said, so when the people shouted, and when the priest blew the trumpets, and it came to pass, when the people heard the sound of the trumpets, the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and took the city. So why did this wall fall? Does anybody know? Anybody online know? Why did this? Because we know shouting ain't gonna make no wall fall. You understand? We know Trump is that's not going to make a wall fall. You understand? Not just one wall. This whole city is surrounded by a wall. It's a fortress. You understand? And we marched around it for 7 days, and on that seventh day, we shout. The priest blew the trumpets, and we shouted, and all the walls came down. Why did the walls come down? Does anybody know? Does anybody online know why the walls fell? All right, so the time segment just give it to you. The walls fell because we was obedient. That's why the walls fell. Because you understand exactly. Most High in Christ threw out a Bar. He said because the Most High was with them and they followed His commandment. Exactly because they was obedient. They did exactly what the Lord told them to do, and in return, the Lord gave them that city. You understand? When they shouted, the walls came down and they took this city. You understand? But it was only able to it only happened because they obeyed what the Lord told them to do. You understand? They was obedient. All right, so you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? So obedience is why that wall fell. Obedience is why Rahab, the harlot who hid the messengers, you know what I'm saying? She is why her obedience, you understand, is why she was saved. You understand? Jericho was took and we got that victory because we were obedient. You understand? So being obedient go a long way. You understand? So we gonna keep reading. Let me see. Let's drop down to 27. I said, okay, so Joshua chapter 7. Joshua chapter 6, verse 27. And it says, so the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was noised throughout all the country. You know what I'm saying? So he became famous after this. Everybody in that country and roundabout, they was like, man, this brother's famous. You understand? Because he did what the Lord told him to do. All right, so let's drop that and let's go to Joshua 7 and 1. You know what I'm saying? But I just showed you where obedience gets you, man. Especially when you Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, and you have the Lord with you. You understand? Obedience is why that wall, that wall that was compassed around that city failed. You know what I'm saying? Not because screaming and shouting breaks a wall, or because the trumpets broke a wall because we was marching so hard the wall just gave out. But that wall gave out because we were obedient to what the Lord told us to do. We was obedient to the brothers that was over us, commanded us to do. You know what I'm saying? Rahab, that harlot, she was obedient and she didn't get put to death when we sacked the city because she was obedient. You understand? We run that whole, we came out the victors because we were obedient to the Most High. You understand? So now we're going to drop that. We can go to Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. Joshua chapter 7, verse 1. And it said, "But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabadi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel." You see that? You understand? Our reputation, you know what I'm saying? Our reputation matters as a people, man. You understand? This one person stole something from the Lord, right? This one person stole something. I mean, it's like he didn't steal from the Lord, but this one person stole something. You understand? And then in return, what did it say? It said, "But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against the children of Israel." One man did one thing from the tribe of Judah. He didn't know he wasn't obedient. He didn't obey what the Lord said. The Lord said, "Don't take nothing but what I told you to take." You understand? Because if you take something that I told you not to take and you bring it amongst the children of Israel, it's gonna be a cursed thing, man. You understand? And it's not gonna be good for y'all. But look, the point is, one man disobeyed God, and for one man disobeying God, the Lord was angry with our whole nation. You understand? For one man disobeying God, the Lord was angry with every black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian. You understand? That's why it's so important for you to keep the laws of God and love the brotherhood. You understand? And so let me keep reading. Let me see what was that. You understand? I'm gonna go to verse 2. It said, "And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which was beside Bethaven on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let only about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor thither, for they are but few." He said, so brother, like, man, look, at all of us don't need to go up. He's like, if I may, sir, AI is a small little section. All we need is about 2,000, 3,000 men. We take that city. You know what I'm saying? All of us don't need to go. You understand? Just send 2,000 or 3,000 of us, and we for sure gonna take that city. I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? Verse 4. "So there went up thither of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai." So these 3,000 men, they went before these heathens. You know what I'm saying? The people of AI was Amorites, which would be Africans today. You know what I'm saying? We went amongst those people and tried to conquer their land. And you know what I'm saying, in return, we fled. And they fled before the men of Ai. Verse 5. "And the men of Ai smote of them about 30 and 26, for they chased them from before the gate even to Shabarim, and smote them in the going down, wherefore the heart of the people melted and became as water." You know what I'm saying? So when they tried to go, these 3,000 men tried to go conquer AI. And when they got there, you know what I'm saying, they had a little battle, and then all 3,000 of our men ran from these people. You understand? And in the midst of us running from these heathens, 36 of our men died. 36 of our men got murdered in battle from us trying to conquer these lands, right? And we're going to keep reading. And it said, and Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until the eventide, and he and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. This is our way of mourning. You know what I'm saying? We'll rip our garment, put ashes on our heads. This is our way of mourning, right? You understand? But Joshua mourned that our people died. You understand? In battle. It ached his heart, man. We just came from it, but we just took Jericho. You understand? We just took Jericho, and now we just lost the battle. What the hell is going on? You understand? And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of the Lord until eventide, he and the elders of Israel, and put dust on their heads. And Joshua said at last, O Lord God, wherefore hast thou, wherefore hast thou at all brought his people over the Jordan? Give me that charger bump the show. Over the Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. Would to God we had been content and dwelt on the other side of the Jordan. So he was like, man, Lord, why you let me see. I'm just gonna unplug the let me see the whole box. I'm just gonna unplug the laptop. So he was like, man, look, Lord, what did we do wrong? You understand? Because they know that the Lord is with you. When you win a battle, the Lord is with you, whatever battle it may be. You understand? When you win a battle, that means the Lord was with you, man. When you don't win a battle, that means the Lord was not with you, and He wasn't with you for a specific reason. You understand? And in this case, we know why the Lord wasn't with him. You know what I'm saying? In this case, we know why the Lord wasn't with Joshua and the brothers. So I can't put this on the charger. Yeah, that's what. All right, Salakia. Put this. Um, I believe so. I don't even remember, to be honest. You understand? Well, I hope this don't move. Salakia. You understand? Salakia. Let me fix this. I'm going live on this phone. All right, that's 12. I'm saying so Joshua was asking the Lord, like, man, like what's going on, Lord? We could have just stayed on the other side of the Jordan if we was going. I'm saying if he was going to kill us. We keep reading, and in verse 8. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turneth their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land shall hear of it, and shall environ us around, and cut off our name from the earth. And what wilt thou do unto thy great name? You understand? This is so he started saying, telling the Lord, like, started saying, like, basically, like, our reputation and our name, our reputation and our name as a nation, that it matters. You understand? Our reputation and name as a nation, it highly matters, man. You understand? And that's why little black Hispanic Native American Indians, they can't even wear a hoodie without people trying to what is it called? And what's the word called? Basically when they damn, I forgot the damn word. Slacking. But basically, like, they can't even wear hoodies without people looking at them a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Somebody black and Hispanic and Native American Indian in our neighborhood, they can't do wrong. They can't do nothing wrong without profile. You understand? Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, they can't even wear young children can't even wear a hoodie without getting profiled by the police. You understand? You can't do nothing in the community without them saying that you fit the profile of a suspect that did this and that. You understand? You know why? Because our reputation as a people matters, man. You understand? That absolutely matters, man. You understand? And that's what Joshua was saying right now. He said, and cut off our name. He said the heathen's gonna cut off our name from the earth. And what will thou do unto thy great name? You know, because your reputation matters as a people, man. Somebody commit a murder, you understand, and he got on blue jeans and a white shirt and Air Forces. They gonna and which all everybody in our neighborhood got that on. They gonna find the first person with that on, and they're gonna be like, man, look at you committed this crime. You understand? Because, well, look at, guess what? A person that had the same thing that you had on has a reputation, and we looking for him for being a robber or being a murderer or whatever the case may be. You understand? And that's why you got to understand that individualism, it kills building the nation, man. You understand? And what you have to understand is that what you do can affect your nation. You understand? What you do can affect your family. What you do can affect your brothers. What you do can affect your sisters, man. You can't look at how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? As being an individual, it can't affect nobody else. You just doing you. You living your best life. Nah, that's not how it is, man. You know what I'm saying? What you do can affect your whole nation, man. And this is something that we got to come to grasp with, and that we got to understand. And that's because that's a lot of reason why we destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't understand that. We think that the Lord deal with us separately. The Lord don't deal with nobody separately. He deal with everybody as a nation. You understand? And that's why when you go back to Deuteronomy, what is it, 28:68, when the Lord said that you shall go into Egypt again on ships. You understand? First off, that actually happened. You understand? We went into Egypt again with ships. We came to America. This is modern day Egypt. But that's not my point. My point is that everybody that was on them slave ships, you know what I'm saying? It was they took over 100 million. I mean, first off, 100 million of us died just on the way over to America. You understand? And but guess what? Everybody that got on them slave ships went bad. Everybody, it was some very good people. It was people on them slave ships that actually kept the laws of God, that actually loved their brothers and their sisters. But guess what? We still had to go on and be destroyed as a nation, man. You understand? You know why? Because nobody deals with nobody. The Lord don't deal with nobody individually. You understand? So what you do can affect your nation. It can affect your brothers. It can affect your sisters, man. That's what we have to understand. Because like I said, it was good people on them slave ships. It was some good people on there. But guess what? That the good didn't outweigh the bad. Just for a few people disobeying God, or a few ancestors disobeying God, we all had to go into slavery. We all had to serve the white man. We all had to be in the ghetto. You understand? We all had to be on drill. All these different things, man. It had to happen to us as a nation, man. You understand? And that's why it's so important to not look at yourself as an individual. You know what I'm saying? We a nation, man. And that's very important. I'm gonna keep reading. You see? Okay, let me see. Slack it. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, no sweat. I'm gonna keep reading. It said, and the Lord said unto Joshua, get thee up, wherefore liest thou thus upon thy face? Israel hath sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I command them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen, and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff. So the Lord said, man, get up off your face. You understand? Once so y'all stole, y'all didn't obey me. You understand? Y'all was not obedient. I told y'all don't take from the accursed thing. Everything, anything that I said, don't that I said. I told y'all to take a certain thing and a certain few things, but y'all went and y'all took something else that I told y'all not to take. And then on top of that, y'all brought it among the people and put it amongst y'all stuff. Y'all stole. You understand? And it said, verse 12. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed from among you. You see that? He said the children of Israel was destroyed before their enemies, and they fled before their enemies because somebody stole something. So guess what? If one person disobeys God and don't want to keep God's laws, guess what? You understand? We, the Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, we won't be able to stand before our enemies, man. If one person do something, we all gonna get punished for it, man. You understand? Whether it's by God or by enemies, we can't stand before our enemies if somebody's doing anything against what the Lord told us to do. You understand? That's why being obedient and saying and obeying the men above you and so on and so forth. That's why it's so important, man. You understand? Especially if it's lawful. I'm gonna read it again. It said, therefore the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies because they were accursed. Neither will I be with you anymore, except you destroy the accursed from among you. You know what I'm saying? Being that brothers want to be robbers, You know what I'm saying? The Lord, that we gonna continue to be destroyed by our enemies. Being that, and I was just telling you this earlier, other nations benefit off us not being brothers to each other, not loving each other. You understand? Not obeying God. These other nations will totally benefit off of it. But being that we want to sell drugs, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is gonna cause our enemies to destroy us. You understand? We're gonna flee from before them. Being that we want to be whores, the Lord is not gonna be with us. Being that we want to be on drugs and sell drugs, the Lord ain't gonna be with us, man. Being that we hate each other and want to gang bang, the Lord is not gonna be with us. When I'm saying we want to eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork, the Lord is not gonna be with us, man. Because we got just like what Joshua was going through. Guess what? We got to curse people and we got to curse things among us. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord He won't be with us. So guess what we have to do? It said, because they were accursed, neither will I be with you anymore, except you destroy the accursed from among you. You understand? We have to destroy the accursed from among us, man. And I'm not telling us to go, I'm not telling you to go out and kill anybody that's black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian that don't keep the laws. You understand what the scriptures say? The scriptures say, mark them that cause division among you. You understand? And it said, and also say, cry aloud, spare not. You know what I'm saying? Show my people their transgression. We gotta show our people that, hey man, you smoking that cigarette, you know what I'm saying? That's destroying our nation. You understand? You being on drugs, that's destroying our nation. You understand? You being a gang member, that's destroying our nation. You eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork and going to church, that's destroying our nation. It ain't just destroying you because when you open that cigarette box, and on the box it say cancer. It ain't just destroying you because you smoking it, but it's destroying us because we all have to be on one accord. We all have to serve God because if we don't, and if one person don't do this, you understand, then we all gotta suffer as a nation. You understand? That's why we have to cry aloud and spare not and show our people that, hey man, what you doing is wrong, man. You shouldn't be doing that. You understand? Because if the Lord ain't with you, He ain't gonna be with us either because you doing that. You understand? I'm gonna keep reading. And then guess what? It's the Lord said, until you accept you destroy the accursed thing from among you. That's what a good parent would do. A good parent, and that's exactly why at the time of Joshua, Moses, and all these great prophets, they was killing brothers and sisters that was disobeying the Lord. Like Moses ran in the tent and threw a javelin, which was a spear, threw a brother who was sleeping with a heathen. He was inside the tent sleeping with a heathen, and Moses threw a spear through him, and it went through her too, and he killed him on the spot. And then they took swords and they went through the camp of Israel, and they was killing anybody who was sinning. You know why? Because they knew that if one person sinned, the Lord was not going to be with us. You understand? So they had to destroy the evil from among Israel. They had to violently cut these brothers off from among us, man. So they had to violently cut the thing off that was stopping us from winning. They had to violently cut the thing off that was stopping us that was preventing us from being destroyed by our enemies, man. You understand? I'm gonna keep reading. It said, neither will it's like in verse 13. It said, up, sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves tomorrow, for thus saith the Lord God of Israel. There is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou cannot stand before the enemies until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. You know what I'm saying? He said, up, sanctify the people and say, sanctify yourselves tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Then after you get rid of this accursed thing from among you, you understand? Then we able to be clean. Then we able to sanctify ourselves from our dirtiness. You understand? Once you get this unclean thing from among you, once you get rid of these drug dealers, you know what I'm saying? These whores, these prostitutes, you know what I'm saying? What else? These people that eat shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork go to pork only until we get those people from among us. Then we will be able to win, man. You understand? It said, uh, thou cannot stand before thy enemies until ye take away the cursed thing from among you. So until we take away the cursed thing from among us, then we'll be able to stand before our enemies, man. You understand? Then we'll be able to do that. Verse 14. In the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribe, and it shall be that the tribe which the Lord taketh shall come according to the families. Yeah. Therefore, and the family which the Lord shall take shall come households, and the households which the Lord shall take shall come man by man. And it shall be that if he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, he all and all that he have, but because he have transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he have wrought folly in Israel. So it said this brother that took this accursed thing, him and everything that he got shall be burned with fire. Now let me tell you why this is like disrespectful in a sense. It's not disrespectful because this is what the Lord wants. But let me tell you why this is out of pocket down here. You know what I'm saying? It's out of pocket because in our culture, in our kingdom, you know what I'm saying, we don't burn our dead. You know what I'm saying? In our culture, we don't burn our dead. You know what I'm saying? We wrap them in linen. You know what I'm saying? We put like 5 or like 7 different oils on them, frankincense and myrrh. You understand? We put all these different oils on them, and we clean the body. We wrap them in frankincense and myrrh, and we bury them. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord said that, man, him and everything that he got, everything that he owns, children and all, family and all, they ought to be burnt with fire. You understand? That's why you got to understand, like, man, like I said, you can't look at yourself as an individual, man, because the brother who did this, he was selfish. He was highly selfish. You understand? And guess what? This is going to cause a lot. Many people will be affected by his decision. You understand? Just like many people will be affected by you wanting to sell drugs, by you wanting to gangbang, by you being a prostitute, by you being a drug addict. Many people are affected by that. You understand? Verse 16, it said, So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes. And the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarites, and he brought the family of Zarite man by man. And Zabdi was taken, and he brought his household man by man. Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah of the tribe of Judah was taken. And Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord of God, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. So they went and they start checking the tribe of Judah. You understand, family by family, and then they got down to the bottom of it. And he told him, like, hey man, look, be honest with me. Don't lie to me, man. Be honest with me. The Lord is watching. Don't lie. You know what I'm saying? Confess what you did. And the brother was like, man, you know what? Yeah, it was me. I stole something that the Lord didn't want me to take. And when I saw among the spoils, he said, verse 20, and Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils of goodly Babylonian garments, and 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them and took them. And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. So he admitted, he said, man, look, I confess, yeah, I did it, man. When we was sieging the city and we was killing the people and taking everything, man, I seen this clean Babylonian garment. You understand? And I seen the silver and this gold, and I took it, and it's with me right now too. I buried it right up under us, right up under our feet. I buried it in the dirt under my tent. You know what I'm saying? It was me. And then I can just imagine what the hell a Babylonian garment looked like. You understand? I can just imagine. But today that would be equivalent to like a Steve Harvey suit or some big suit that costs hella money, thousands of dollars and stuff. You understand? So he said he took that and he hid it up under his tent. And he said, so Joshua sent messengers and they ran into the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent and brought them unto Joshua and unto all the children of Israel and laid them out before the Lord. So they took all this stuff and they brought it out so everybody can see it. So everybody can see this brother is the reason why we lost the war against those heathens, and 36 of our brothers had to die. Because one brother was selfish and he wanted to steal some clothes and some gold and silver. 36 men had to die. You understand? And that's why the Lord said the person that did this, he's going to get burnt with fire. And everything that he got, he going to get burnt with fire. You understand? And it's crazy. And unfortunately, a lot of brothers or sisters, they have to get purged with fire when Christ returns. They're gonna have to be purged with fire. But you know what I'm saying, like what did Christ say? I mean, what did Paul say? He said, "I wish myself." I'm paraphrasing. I wish that myself was a curse for my brethren, for my kinsmen, according to the flesh. You know what I'm saying, I wish my brothers didn't have to suffer that type of fate. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of brothers and sisters, they're gonna have to get purged with fire when Christ returns. You understand? Because they won't put down the accursed thing. They won't put down drugs. They won't stop being whores. They won't stop being, you know what I'm saying, homosexuals. They won't stop eating shrimp, crab, lobster, and pork. So the Lord is gonna have to destroy them. I'm saying, unfortunately, but I'm saying, but I wish all my brothers and sisters could be saved. You understand? We ain't like the fake Israelites who say that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you the 2/3, you gonna die. We don't do that out of here. You know what I'm saying? I wish all my brothers and sisters could be saved, man. You understand? But I'm gonna keep reading. It said, what do you say? And Joshua and all of Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah and the silver and the garment and the wedge of gold and his sons and his daughters and his oxen and his asses and his sheep and his tent and all that he had, and they brought them unto the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, "Why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day." And all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire. And after they had stoned them with stones, you understand? So after that, they took everything this man owned. They took his sons, his daughters. You understand? They took his ox. They took his sheep. They took his tent. They took everything this brother owned. You understand? And Joshua said, "Man, why did you trouble us, man? Why did you? Well, you was a trouble talker. Why did you not listen to what the Lord told you to do? You understand? Because you didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? 36 brothers had to die. You know what I'm saying? We had to run from some heathens. You know what I'm saying? 3,000 something men had to run from some heathens, and 36 of us had to die, all because you wanted some damn clothes and some gold. You understand? Man, now the Lord gonna deal with you right now. And he said, and after that, the whole nation of Israel publicly executed his brother and stoned him to death. But not just him, stoned him, his daughters, his sons. I don't know if he had a wife because they didn't mention his wife's. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she escaped his judgment or what the hell the case may be. But they stoned him, his sons, his daughters, his ox, his sheep, and then after they stoned him, what happened? And said, and all Israel stoned him with stones, and burned them with fire. After they had stoned them with stones, and after they stoned them with stones, they burned him and his family, his ox and his sheep, and his tent, everything he had. But after they stoned them, they burned them with fire. And like I said, that's not an Israelite culture. We don't burn our dead. We respect our dead. You understand? We wash them. You know what I'm saying, we put oils on them, wrap them in linen, and we bury them. You understand? That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord wanted to get the cursed thing completely out of Israel. He said, burn all of them, man. You understand? So that's why I say you can't look at yourself as an individual. What you would do, it affects your brothers and your sisters, man. It affects your nation. You understand? It's very important that you keep the laws of God. And you enforce that in your household. You enforce that, you know what I'm saying, with anybody that you have rank over or anything. You're supposed to enforce that. You understand? Don't tell brothers it's okay to do anything that's unlawful. You understand? And let me see where we're gonna go now. It said, I'm gonna keep reading. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So the Lord turned the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of this place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day. I'm saying, so after that, you know what I'm saying, the Lord turned his anger away from and out of Israel, man. He is the what's it called? The curse thing was severed out of Israel, man. You understand? And that's just the story on how important it is for you to have brotherhood and sisterhood. You understand? And so on and so forth. But yeah, but when you keep reading, you know what I'm saying, they went back, they took AI, destroyed the people, made them slaves, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But then we're gonna drop down, and we're gonna go to Joshua chapter 10, verse 1. It said, "Now it came to pass when Adoni Zedek, king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Ai and had utterly destroyed it, as he had done to Jericho and her king, so he had done to Ai and her king, and how the inhabitants of Gibeon had made peace with Israel were among them." You know what I'm saying? So basically, this king, one of the kings that was standing in that land, because this is talking about Africans. Don't get Amorites mixed up with Ammonites. This is talking about the Africans, man. You understand? And before we got to this land and started taking it, the Chinese man and the Ammonites and Amorites, they was going at it, and the Amorites, which is the Africans, they pushed the Japanese man all the way up and down there into the mountains. So when we started to conquer, we started to take everything all the way up into the mountains from the Amorites. You know what I'm saying? And it said, verse 2. Oh, yeah, then on top of that, you got to understand, too. It said, "Now it came to pass when Adoni Zedek, king of Jerusalem, had heard how Joshua had taken Ai and had utterly destroyed it." You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that there was no king of Jerusalem. You understand? The brothers who wrote this, they telling you Jerusalem because that's what it was known to them, that land. You know what I'm saying? But before it was called Jerusalem, it was called something else, and it was inhabited by another people until we took it. You understand? But that's why I say Jerusalem, because the first king of Jerusalem was Saul and King David. You understand? But it's saying King of Jerusalem because this is the brother that wrote it. You understand? The brother that wrote it was, he just, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep reading. It said, "Wherefore Adonizedek, king of Jerusalem, said unto Hoham, king of Hebron, and unto Piran, king of Jarmuth, and unto Japhiah, king of Lachish, and unto Debir, king of England, saying, Come up unto me, and help me, that we may smite Gibeon, for it hath made peace with Joshua and with the children of Israel." You know what I'm saying? That's how sick these heathens is, man. You know what I'm saying? They fear Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians so much. Like they seen that these other heathen nations had made peace with us. The heathen nations of Gibeon, they was like, "Man, look, and we heard everything that y'all did to Ai and to Jericho. You understand how y'all made the walls fall and y'all took the city and all that. And man, look at man, just let us be your slaves. I'm saying let us not your slave, but let us be your servants. Let us serve you. We don't want to go to war with y'all." You know what I'm saying? That's what the people of Gibeon said. Instead of them going to war with us, they were like, "Man, we don't want to do that." But the people that's by Gibeon, you know what I'm saying, these other nations, they were like, "Man, look at all these niggas, they some suckers." You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to make war with them. You understand? They didn't want to make war with them. So since they don't want to make war with them, look, we gonna go and we gonna kill them and the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? That's what they said. They said, For it had made peace with Joshua and the children of Israel. Therefore the 5 kings of the Amorites, and the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, and the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, gathered themselves together and went up, and they and all their host, and encamped before Gibeon, and made war against it. And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua to the camp of Gilgal, saying, "Slack not thy hand from thy servants." You see that? Told you the people of Gibeon said, "Slack not thy hand for thy servants," man. Like the people, they knew their place. You understand? They knew that they were supposed to be under the children of Israel, man. And they was afraid to go to war with us. So they said, "You know what? Just let us be your servants. Just don't put us to death." So when these other heathen nations went and attacked them, they sent word like, "Man, these heathen nations attacking us right now because we made peace with y'all." You know what I'm saying? Please don't let your hands slack against your servant. Like these heathen nations, and that's how it's gonna be, man. When Christ returns, that's how it's gonna. These heathen nations, they gonna know they place, man. They gonna know that they under Israel. They gonna know that they servants to us, man. You understand? And it said, "And the men of Gibeon sent unto Joshua to the camp of Gilgal, saying, Slack not thine hand for thy servants. Come up to us quickly, and save us, and help us. For all the children of the Amorites that dwell in the mountains of that dwell in the mountains are gathered together against us." So he said, "Man, slack not thy hand against thy servants, man." Y'all rule us, man. We up under y'all, man. We serve y'all. You know what I'm saying, man? Can y'all come help us against these Amorites? You know, so the Amorites was Africans. You understand? And it says, so Joshua ascended from Gilgal, he and all the people of war with him, and all the mighty men of valor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to be, you understand, in ISUBK. You got to be a mighty man of valor, man. You understand? You got to be a man of war, like the scriptures say in Exodus 15:3. You understand? The Lord is a man of war. You understand? Joshua, he ascended from Gilgal with all the men of war, all the men that was ready for battle, man. And they went to help their servants. You understand? Because they was gonna take all these nations anyway, so they might as well go to war with them right now. You know what I'm saying? And all the mighty men of valor. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear them not, for I have delivered them into thine hand. There shall not a man of them stand before thee. Joshua therefore came unto them suddenly and went up from Gilgal all night. And the Lord discomfited, I mean, it's like it, discomfited them before Israel, and slew them with a great slaughter at Gibeon, and chased them along the way that goeth up into Beth Horon, and smote them at Azekah and into Makeda. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord was with us, man. So after we got the evil from from among Israel, you understand? We got that accursed thing from among Israel. Then we'll be able to win battles again. You understand? We took Jericho, we took AI, and now we defeat these kings. But only way you can have the Lord with you and you able to do these things and make this possible is if you be obedient, man. That's the whole point. Being obedient. We was obedient to the Lord, and guess what? The Lord made us conquer these nations, man. He gave us the strength to be able to conquer all these heathen nations, man. You understand? And it said, and the Lord discomfited them before Israel and slew them with a great slaughter at Gideon, and chased them along the way that go up into Beth Horon, and smote them in Azekah and into Makeda. And it came to pass as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord had cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Ezekiel, and they died. There were more which died with hailstones than they had than they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. Verse 12. They spake Joshua, then spake Joshua to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said unto the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gideon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. So he said, and the sun stood still, and the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? You know what I'm saying? You see that? And it said, just this nigga Joshua told the Lord to stop the sun from going down. You know what I'm saying? Stop the moon from coming up, man. The Lord allowed it to be daytime. You understand? He paused time so we can be able to destroy our enemies, man. Because they fled from us. You understand? They fled from us. They fled into a valley somewhere. And guess what? The Lord dropped a hailstone on them. You understand? And the other ones fled, and we chased them down, man. And the Lord, this is what the Lord will do when the Lord is with you. This is what the Lord will do is when we obedient as a nation, man. And we do exactly what the Lord we do exactly what the Lord told us to do. The Lord will stop time. That's what he did in Joshua's case. You understand? That's what Joshua said. And the sun stood still. And he paused time, man. And the moon stayed until the people had avenged themselves upon their enemies. Man, he paused time till we avenged ourselves against our enemies, man. He said, and had avenged themselves against their enemies. Is not this written in the book of Jasher? So the sun stood still in the midst of heaven, and has not to go down about a whole day. So this happened for the sun stood still in the sky and paused for like a whole day. It took us a whole day to destroy all our enemies, all the Amorites, and all the heathens and the kings. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Lord would do for you. And it said, "Is not this written in the book of Jasher?" You understand? And that's another reason why you gotta understand that, like, this record is so powerful. You understand? This record is so powerful. I ask for mercy every day, but man, like, you gotta first off, you gotta understand that The Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians that's alive right now, that's in this kingdom, that's prisoners of war. You understand? The brothers that's in the ISUBK that go and prophesy day in and day out. You understand? We are the last priests and prophets of the Lord that's going to prophesy against a kingdom. You understand? We the last, but like it's gonna be prophets still. You understand? But we the last in this kingdom right now. We the last prophets ever that there ever will be that will prophesy in a kingdom about its destruction. You understand? You know why? Because we're not going into slavery no more when Christ returns. You understand? We're gonna rule forever. So the brothers and sisters the brothers that's in the ISUBK and the Commander Junior Hunter, we the last prophets that's gonna prophesy against a kingdom about it being destroyed inside that kingdom. That's not great to y'all. You understand? Is that not raw? You understand? Is that not raw, man? We the last ones, man. You understand? We the last ones, man. And I'm saying, like I said, I ask for mercy all the time, but I just want it to be written. You know what I'm saying that Natazab was there. He taught the class. You know what I'm saying Natazab was there. He was on poster, whatever the case may be. You understand? Like, because our book is strong, and our record is so strong that like Joshua is mentioned one time in his Bible, and you got people out there that made a whole book about the book of Joshua, but it's not the book of Joshua. They say at the beginning, they say this is a book about the book of Joshua. You know what I'm saying Enoch is mentioned one time, and now it's people that it's two books about Enoch. That's not the book of Enoch though. You understand? Because this record is powerful, man. You understand? This record is powerful, and on top of that, it's gonna be a continuation of it. It's gonna be a continuation of this record about the priests and prophets of the Lord that was in this kingdom that prophesied against this kingdom when Christ returned. It's gonna be a continuation of this record, man. Is that not raw? You know what I'm saying? Is that not raw right there, man? That's why, man, I take pride and I thank the Lord that I'm in the ISUBK, man. You understand? Because you got other brothers and sisters that's out there, they don't know how to have brotherhood. They think America's they rest. They think this they rest. So guess what? They try to get comfortable here. They get comfortable by smoking weed, by sleeping with whores and doing whatever the hell make them happy. Celebrate holidays. But in ISUBK, we know this not our rest, man. So we prophesy against this kingdom, man. And in return for a reward. You understand? Let me keep reading. It said, okay, I'm gonna keep reading. What was that? Okay, come up unto me. Okay, I already read that part. We on like 8 now. And the Lord said unto Joshua, fear them not. Let me see. I read that already too. Okay, we had 12, Salakia. We had Joshua chapter 10, verse 12. Then Joshua spake to the Lord in the day when the Lord delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. Oh no, I'm tripping. We read that too. We have verse 14. And there was no day like that before it or after it, that the Lord hearkened unto the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel. That's what happens when the Lord is with you, man. The Lord will fight for you. What you think happened when we left Egypt? The same thing happened when we left Egypt, man. As slaves, the Lord parted the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? Destroyed the Egyptians, killed their firstborn. You understand? And we didn't have to go to war with the people that enslaved us. We didn't have to physically pick up a sword and kill anybody to get out of slavery. Guess who freed us? The Lord freed us, man. But what you have to do is have the Lord on your side. You understand? You have to do what the Lord tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? As a nation. You understand? Verse 15. And Joshua returned, and all Israel with him, unto the camp of Gilgal. But these 5 kings fled and hid themselves in a cave at Makkedah. And it was told Joshua, saying, the 5 kings are found and hid in a cave at Makkedah. And Joshua said, roll great stones upon the mouth of the cave, and set men by it for to keep them. So after they slaughtered everybody and defeated all the armies, the kings of these armies, they ran and they hid inside of a cave. And word got back to Joshua that they was hiding in the cave. So Joshua told his men under him, hey man, go roll some stones in front of the cave so they can't escape. They not finna escape and go somewhere else. Roll the stones in front of that cave. And it said, and it came to pass when Joshua and the children of Israel had made an end of slaying them with a very great slaughter, till they were consumed, that the rest which remained of them entered into fenced cities. So the rest of them, after we killed all the people, the rest of them ran, and they ran to other countries with fenced cities, man. They ran to other people and got refuge in these other countries. Verse 21. And all the people returned to the camp to Joshua at Makkedah in peace. None moved his tongue against any of the children of Israel. Then Joshua opened the mouth of the cave and bring out the 5 kings unto me out of the cave. And they did so and brought forth the 5 kings unto him out of the cave, and the king of Jerusalem, and the king of Hebron, and the king of Jarmuth, and the king of Lachish, and the king of Eglon. And it came to pass when they brought out the kings, brought out those kings unto Joshua, that Joshua called for all the men of Israel, and said unto the captains of the men of war, which went with him, come near, put your feet upon the necks of these kings. So man, this is so glorious right here, man. So Joshua ended up going to the cave where these 5 kings was hiding. That he told his soldiers to put the stones over the cave. He said, "Okay, move them stones. Bring them 5 kings out." You understand? And he got these 5 kings, and he put these 5 kings on the ground, and he told the brothers that was under him. He told his captains. He said, "Man, look, come here." You understand? He said, "Come near." And what he say? And put your feet upon the necks of these kings. And they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. You understand? He said, "Come near, man." You see, these is kings, right? He said, "Man, all y'all come here, man. All my captains come here. All y'all come here and put y'all feet on it. Put y'all feet on these dudes' necks, man. These supposed to be the kings. These supposed to be the ones everybody fear, everybody glorify. You know what I'm saying? This is what we finna do to them. Hey man, all y'all put y'all necks on their feet. And put y'all feet on their necks. You know what I'm saying? That is so. I can just picture this, man. This is glorious right here. You understand? He said, what's that? And he said, and they came near and put their feet upon the necks of them. And Joshua said unto them, fear not, nor be dismayed. Be strong and of good courage, for thus shall the Lord do to all your enemies against whom ye fight. He said, and then this is what a brother that's over you is supposed to do, man. This is what the captains and generals they supposed to be like this, and they are like this, man. He said, look it, put y'all feet on their neck, and guess what? Don't fear. Be courageous. Have strength. Because guess what? The Lord gonna do this to all your enemies, man. You're gonna be able to put your feet on all your enemies' necks. You understand? Guess what? I can't wait till that day. I can't wait till Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians do exactly what Joshua and the children of Israel did. Because guess what? It's coming. It's coming on Christ's return, and this kingdom get destroyed, and all these superpowers get destroyed upon the face of the earth. You understand? We're going to take the kingdom, man. We're going to go city by city like Joshua did, man. You understand? We're going to go city by city, and we're going to take our rulership back. You understand? Guess what? We're going to put our feet on the kings of these other nations, man. We're going to put our feet on their neck, man. That's going to be your Donald Trump, your Bill Gates. You understand? All these rich heathens, man. We're gonna put our foot on their neck, man. Thus said the Lord. And it said, and afterward Joshua smote them and slew them and hanged them on 5 trees. And they were hanging upon the trees until the evening. You know what I'm saying? So after they got done putting their feet, everybody took turns putting their feet on their neck. Joshua walked up and he killed all of them. And he gave an order that these brothers be put and hung on trees for everybody to see. You understand? That's glorious right there, man. You understand? That's what we want the ISUBK, man. We don't want everybody to come together, man. We want these other nations to keep doing what they're doing. So when Christ return, we can destroy them, man, and make them a slave. You know what I'm saying? Thus said the Lord. That's what we want, man. You understand? Verse 27. And it came to pass at the time of the going down of the sun that Joshua commanded, and they took them down off the trees and cast them into the cave wherein they had been hid, and laid great stones in the cave's mouth, which remain until this very day. He said, so after that, they seen it was getting dark, so they took the dead bodies down, you understand, and they threw them in the same cave that they were trying to hide in from Joshua and from the children of Israel. They threw them in that cave and they rolled stones over the cave. It said even to this day. And what you got to understand when it say even to this day, it's talking about to the up until the day that he wrote that down. Up until the day that they wrote this down, they were still in that cave. It's not saying up until 2021. You understand? It's just saying up until that day that they wrote this down. You understand? So yeah, man, that's why it's so important for you, Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, to be obedient, man, and to listen to the men above you, and not only that, listen to the Lord. You understand? Do what the Lord told you to do, because if you don't, you will be purged with fire when Christ returns. The Lord will put you to death some other way. You know what I'm saying? All we have to do is come together, love the brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Obey the brothers that's above us. You understand? Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Follow Christ. You understand? And you will be able to do what Joshua and them did, and put your feet on the necks of these kings that's rule over us right now. I was like, who the hell is the president? Joe Biden? Yeah, Joe Biden, the president. You will be able to put your foot on Joe Biden's neck. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris. You know what I'm saying? You will be able to do that when Christ returns. But all you got to do is do what Christ say. You understand? So with that being said, I'm in the class. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday night law class. Like and share the class. Support this truth. You understand? Pay your tithes. You understand? Make sure y'all tune in with Commander General Yohana. That's every Monday, which was yesterday. With Black Watch. Tune in with General Hyman's. Everybody else, whatever city you in, like and subscribe to whatever city you in, ISBK, and Sacramento Bay, the Bay Area, NorCal, whatever it may be. You understand? But with that being said, I'm going into class. Yahweh Shemi Ashah Brakatah, all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Taba Shemi Ashah, all the sisters. Shalom, Israel. The water for tuning in, everybody.